I'm here with David, who's the postgraduate president this year. Do you maybe want to just run through your role, because it's slightly different this year than it was last year?
Yeah, so last year we had one postgraduate president, so one head of the postgraduate society. But as it turned out, there was the workload was too much to combine it with a degree. So it was decided last year that it was split into the postgraduate convener, which is Tanya, and postgraduate president, which is me for this year. And the postgraduate convener does academic representation for postgraduates and sits on the SRC. And I do the social side of things, the community side of things, organizing events, and I sit on SSC.
Mm-hmm. So what sort of events have you got planned for the Freshers Week this year?
So for Freshers Week, we start off on Monday in the Old Union coffee shop with a social in the evening. And throughout the week we have events ranging from a bonfire, picnic, and we end the week in DRA with a wine night. So it should be really nice.
And what sort of events do you run throughout the year as well?
Throughout the year we run a wide variety of events. We try to keep it like a lot different type of events. So the events we've got planned for the year, we've got a ball for graduation, because the postgraduate graduation is in December. And so we've got a ball at the 1st of December, the 1st of December. And throughout the year, throughout the first semester we have a bus trip. We don't know where we go yet, but it should be really nice. Our last bus trip was a few weeks ago to Pitlochry, and it was sold out, so this was good. And we're going to have a gala at Scores Hotel. And also an event which I'm particularly excited about is together with St. Leonard's College, and it's a cultural event. So we're trying to get all the cultural societies together and organize a potluck and end the evening with a ceilidh.
The postgraduate society is quite varied in its members. Do you maybe want to talk about, it's open to all postgraduates, right?
Yeah, so all postgraduates are automatically a member of the postgraduate society. And interestingly, like in contrast with, for example, something like the debate society, like everybody's into debates or into talking about that sort of stuff. And the postgraduates are very, very diverse. So culturally diverse, but also in terms of age, in terms of like we've got mature postgrads, we've got postgrads with families, postgrads who live outside in St. Andrews and who commute to St. Andrews. So it's a very diverse group of people, and the challenge is to get everybody or as many people as possible involved, and get them all to our events, which is kind of a challenge. But that's why we have to organize such a wide variety of events to make sure we accommodate everybody.
One thing that's always noticeable is that there's not much undergraduate, postgraduate mixing. Why do you think that's the case?
There is an inherent difference between undergraduate, postgraduate, especially like first year, second year undergraduates and postgraduates, which is very well understandable. But my aim for this year is definitely to mix undergraduate and postgraduate as much as possible, to get postgraduates into the union, into the bar, and maybe to the Bobs, and organize events in the union, and also cooperate with societies and sports clubs to increase postgraduate undergraduate mixing.
Mm-hmm. One of the suggestions that I'd heard was that each society was going to have a postgraduate representative.
Yeah, so we're encouraging that, the SAPs are encouraging that for the subcommittees, so for the debates, for the charities campaign, etc. And I think this is a very good idea, and I because there's also a misconception among postgraduates that all the student societies are only for undergraduates, which is definitely not the case. In my experience, when I arrived in St. Andrews last year, when I joined the society and I said I was a postgraduate, they were very enthusiastic, because there are not that many postgraduates joining. So there's always a warm welcome for postgraduates at these societies, and I think it would be very nice if more postgraduates got involved with the student experience in St. Andrews.
David, thank you very much for coming.
Thank you.